I want my crypto to go up. Come on, that's what everyone wants. Why is my crypto not going up? That is what people are thinking of. But okay, this is bad in terms of short term, right? But you've got to go with the cards you've been dealt. You know, if you're in poker, you don't necessarily have to have the best hand to win. You can play the game and get through it and beat other people that are in a better position than you. The big thing people seem to underestimate massively in crypto, and I don't know why people keep saying this, is they think that crypto has changed. They think the 4-year cycle is over. Well, it isn't. If you look at this shows the last BTC, not BTC, should I say? Yeah, so the last Bitcoin halvings and how long after the halving it took to get to the top of the market. So if we go way back here, this is the first bull run I came in, which was 2017-18 market. Bitcoin halving was in 2016. Top of the market took 77 weeks. The halving after that, from the BTC halving to the top of the market, 78 weeks. Now, this is approximate, by the way. It's roughly about 77, 78 weeks. The halving, they're just gone. And the top of the market, they're just gone. Again, 77 weeks. So it's happened in conjunction with what always happens in the crypto market, which is a Bitcoin halving. 77 to 78 weeks passes after the halving and we get the top of the market. Then we go into a bear market. Every single time. So people will say, well, it's changed this time. It hasn't changed. It's literally right in front of you, the data. And what is the Bitcoin halving? Why does it happen this way? There's two reasons, I think. You've obviously got the Bitcoin halving is when miners get half the rewards they used to in the previous 4 years for the next 4 years, every halving. But also it times really nicely with the US election, which is every 4 years. And funnily enough, every time we get the US election, there seems to be a bounce, seems to hit the bull market. That's just what happens. I don't make the rules. I just observe what happens. So if you take that into consideration and you take the data into consideration, you're going to say, well, when's it going to happen next? And what is going to happen next? Now, obviously, you're going to have spikes along the way. And with bad news in Iran or wherever in the world, it could be anything. You know, there's always something negative happening in the world, right? But you would assume goes down, chops around for a bit. We get into 2027, blah, blah, blah. We get to halving. And then here we go again, 77 weeks, top of the market. So you've got to think to yourself, if that is the case, right? If that is the case that in the next couple of years or so, what can I do to actually make money in crypto? Because that is the $1 million question, right? It isn't buying an altcoin. It isn't buying a meme coin. It isn't looking for 100x. It isn't trading, right? You can get lucky. Don't get me wrong. And there may be one coin that you buy that goes crazy. It always happens. But if you look at the number of coins there are, and I don't know what source you would want to use this, but for example, CoinGecko, there's nearly 18,000 altcoins, right? There's going to be one that goes crazy. And don't just think it's going to be yours, right? You need to think smartly. And you need to find somewhere to be earning money. And that is why, obviously, I'm going to say in the group, we teach liquidity pools. I'm growing this 4K portfolio to 10K as quick as possible by earning daily rewards, weekly rewards, monthly rewards, and compounding them. I went through on an older video what the flywheel is that I'm doing. I'm dollar cost averaging into ETH, supplying my assets, which is Keter and ETH, into VFAT to generate a yield that then compounds and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Obviously, I'm saying don't buy Keter. That's my coin. You may have a coin, and if it is a coin that has done well in the bull run that you think is going to be alive for the next one, you can then use it to generate more income. Simple. Yeah? However, a lot of people may also want to use Bitcoin. There is a way of using the strategy without ever selling your Bitcoin. And this is the main way you can make money in crypto with Bitcoin. You lock your Bitcoin up in DeFi, which is decentralized, your keys, your coins. And before, yes, are there 32 billion locked in it? More than a bank. Take a loan back, put it into liquidity pools, and earn a yield of between 3 and 20% a month. Get it back in Bitcoin and then keep stacking your Bitcoin. And your Bitcoin grows over the next 2 to 3 years whilst you're in an accumulation phase. People are, let's be honest, panicking and thinking, oh, well, what if Bitcoin goes to this price? What if good? I want coins to get cheaper. I want Bitcoin to get cheaper because I'm going to be accumulating as much crypto as I can and yielding as much crypto as I can over the next couple of years to build what I feel is the best long-term asset out there. You know, this is the point over the next few years, and you've seen the BlackRocks, you've seen the Michael Saylors accumulating a lot of Bitcoin, right? Just follow what these rich people are doing. And to go back to another point that people like to make when they look at liquidity pools and farms, and they look at the ridiculous APRs on here, and I'm not saying chase APR, which is stupid. You need to find ones that have good total value locked in combination with good rates, good ranges. Obviously, if you don't know what I'm on about, you can book a call with the team and we can run through it with you. Why isn't everyone doing this? They'll say. Why are BlackRock not doing this? Why is Michael Saylor not doing this? This is the early stages, right? And these guys have only discovered the benefits of Bitcoin. Their understanding of crypto, in my opinion, is very little, okay? DeFi is quite advanced tech, in my opinion, and it goes quite far in terms of what it teaches. So you will say, well, what are these people? Why are these people not doing it? There's probably only 2, 3, 4 years, right, of this left at these at the rates you can get. You can get 100% a year on a lot of them. It is very variable, so it works on volume, not price. But it'll go lower. It'll go lower. People do use it. I think we recently saw Trump taking a loan back with his World Liberty Financial Holdings, propping up the token price, which a lot of people weren't happy about. Obviously, he doesn't understand that, but I'm sure someone in his team has been calling the shots with that. So they are dipping the toe in the water, and there will be more of them using this. So I would say if you're interested in learning this, you got to be quick because it ain't going to last forever. You know, it ain't going to last forever. As long as you know the risks, what is possible within it. In my opinion, this is the best way to make crypto in 2026. And if you look at the time frame, and if you want to put it in weeks, you know, how long until the halving? You've got basically 2 years. You know, 17th of April, 28, 2 years. Time of recording this, it's probably the date it'll go live, to be fair, 13th of April. So you got 2 years. So you need to lock in for these 2 years. And in my opinion, accumulate as much crypto in this time, and then it's going to pay off for you in the next bull market. Think about it. If you're accumulating BTC at these prices and lower, even lower, and we've had the all-time high recently of 125k BTC, think about where it can be in the next bull run and how much you're actually accumulating, because it could be 3, 4, 5x what level you're accumulating at this moment. So think about it. That's it for me today. If you enjoy my content, like, subscribe. See you all very soon.